who would you actually be without the script, without the bullet points, without planning what you would say? Do you have bullet points or a script when you're recording videos, or are you just choosing a topic, talking about it, rambling about it, and then finding out how to create a video? Especially on YouTube, I've heard a lot of advice that says that you need to script, that you need to show your credibility at first, and that you need to hook people with things that you want to say, that you've planned before, right? But for me, it feels like I have two different parts of myself. There's the teacher mode, which is like when I basically try to explain things to people from something that I've planned before. So it can be bullet points or just a couple of notes. And when I'm in this energy, like being strategic, and I call it teacher mode because it really feels like, hey, I'm showing up, I'm judging myself, not judging, but like I'm assessing myself, I'm evaluating myself, and I'm presenting something to you, right? I feel like it's such a different energy, and I feel like the videos are so different, and the people who watch the videos are so different. And the fear that my real self has when I'm in teacher mode are that people are not going to care, they're going to get bored, they're going to click away. And I know right now that most people who are not meant for this kind of videos have already clicked away, and that's okay. And then the other part is the real me, is the authentic me, is the non-judging self, where I just talk like this, like right now. I don't have a plan, I don't have anything, and I'm just being real, I'm being vulnerable, I'm being authentic. I recently figured out that it's actually okay to edit some parts out when you're being authentic. But basically in this video, I would like to talk about how your professional mode, like being a little bit too much strategic, scripting everything, can actually kill your authenticity and what you're truly trying to build online, which is an aligned business. I've been posting online for a year, and I can say that I've been doing a little bit of both, like being in my own energy, in my own authenticity, just by not caring about what I think, by just following my train of thought and just talking like this, and then doing videos where I'm thinking so strategically, business mode, teacher mode, professional mode, where I have everything planned out, and I would literally say a sentence, to the camera, and then just look again to say the next sentence, and I feel like a robot, right? Even though I prepared the video before, now comes the point where I'm like, okay, it's really cool to think about what kind of videos I want to create. It's cool to think about wanting to grow on YouTube, on social media, and being strategic. It's okay to package your content in a way that feels right to you, and that also that will work for other people. But is it okay to actually lose your voice and to lose yourself, by creating content that doesn't feel aligned with you anymore? When I was creating these kind of videos where I was just talking like this and not even knowing what I'm going to talk, like I did some videos where I didn't even know what I would talk about, and I ended up talking about my love relationships, or sometimes my relationship to alcohol when I quit alcohol. I realized that when I was watching back these kind of videos, I just felt so grateful that I filmed these videos, because they would have so much meaning for me over the next couple of years. And I also knew that the kind of people who were commenting on these videos were the kind of people who were truly aligned with me. I felt like they knew me, and I just felt so grateful that I created these videos, and I didn't care anymore about views. On the other hand, every time I created like a strategic video where I'm in teacher mode, professional mode, I'm so attached to views even more, because I wouldn't feel specifically proud in a couple of years from now that I filmed these videos. I just feel like I've been, it's like I've been singing a song from someone else, or I've been saying a poem from someone else. I didn't write my own thing. I know where the tension is if you're trying to build a business or an audience online. It's like, oh, can I truly be myself and still connect with other people and still build an audience? And after a whole year of posting content, I truly think that it is possible. I come to the realization that for me, it's not okay to actually film content if it's not in authentic, vulnerable mode. And funnily enough, when it's in authentic and vulnerable mode, you can look at my videos, you'll see this, what I'm talking about now. It's like, even now, I look around, I'm like, I'm in my own inner world, whereas when I do strategic videos and stuff, I'm in teacher mode. I'm like this and like this. Actually, today I'm looking a lot at the camera. I think there's so much value nowadays in getting people to come in your inner world. Of course, you still have to say valuable things. Of course, you still have to connect to the audience, not just say things for yourself, but also saying things that can apply to them. But isn't it so much nicer when you feel like someone is just talking to you as a friend, whereas compared to someone who has built the perfect script, or someone who is reading the text as they're looking at the phone, I can tell the difference. It's just like when someone sends you an AI message, like you can see the little emojis and the long, I don't know how to call this, from ChatGPT, right? You can tell that it's just not authentic. And on YouTube, I'm just so tired of the kind of content that's like teacher mode. Like you can see that people are reading something. And so if you're building a business, I'm telling you, it is possible. Like I recently got a client from YouTube. It was not from doing videos like this. It was really from just showing who I truly am. And that's the whole tension of like, oh, can I build a business by being myself? Can I build an audience by being myself? Am I good enough to actually get paid or get attention if I'm truly myself? And I truly think that yes, I think it is possible. The main problem with doing professional content is that, I don't know what you think. By the way, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know. But I find it too draining. It's like, I can't do it. It's like, I feel like I have to be someone else. I have to read something, and then say it again. I don't feel like there's any space to be me. And then when I just speak to my phone and be myself, I just feel alive. And I feel like even if nobody watches, it doesn't matter. So my question to you is, who would you actually be without the script, without the bullet points, without planning what you would say? Who would you be? I think the biggest thing in all this is that I had the realization a couple of days ago that I didn't want to build an audience based on something that I don't want to do. Like imagine if one of my videos go viral from being in teacher mode, from being in professional mode, then it means that the kind of subscribers that I will have attracted will be expecting these kind of videos. Whereas even if it takes so much longer, but that I'm being me, that I'm being vulnerable, authentic, I don't really care if it's slower, because at least I feel good with myself, I feel aligned with myself, and I feel fulfilled in what I do. Even if the growth is slower, but at least I'm not climbing the wrong mountain. So I'd really invite you right now to think about your business, about your content, about what you truly want to do. And I know it's a hard thing. It's like if I asked you right now to choose between internal alignment and fulfillment within and external success. It's like, yeah, but I want both. Yes, you want both. And I feel the same. But when I think about the past couple of years, I think I could have made money a long time ago from something that didn't feel as aligned. But every single time I pivoted, even though I had this massive fear of not being able to survive and to make a living, but I knew that if I wanted to build a business, it would need to be aligned. It didn't matter if I made less money. It didn't matter if it took more time, even though I didn't really have the resources. And so the question to you is, how would you feel in 5 years from now if you had built an audience, or if you had built a business that actually doesn't feel like you? And how would you feel if the business or the content, the audience that you were building were like 25% as large as the one you would have in the first case scenario, so way smaller, but that it was people who you can truly connect with, who you truly feel alive with, who you're truly seen for who you are? And for me, this question is very important because I create content on social media. I want to build an audience and I want to build a business that feels like me, and everything is intertwined. If you start creating content or having clients that are not fully aligned with who you are, then this thing is just going to grow. You're going to climb the mountain, and then it's so hard to get back down because then you have to climb another mountain. So I would really encourage you, especially if you're at the start of your journey of building a business or being on social media, to ask yourself, like, which mountain do I want to climb? Even if this one takes so much longer to climb, maybe it's the mountain that's me, and so it doesn't matter if it takes so much longer. So I don't know about you, but today I'm choosing to not be in teacher mode anymore. I'm still gonna do videos like this still, because the external voice, like what people say, always have some power, and also YouTube, figuring out social media, like having a business part is normal, but I'm truly choosing the path of being honest and climbing the slower mountain to climb, so that it can truly be the right mountain for me, and so that I don't have to go back down from a mountain and start everything over. And so right now, what are you choosing in your content, in your business? Are you choosing to climb a mountain that's faster to climb, or are you choosing the slower mountain but that truly feels like you? And if you're choosing the second option, just try it. Like, put your phone just like this and start talking about something. Like, just think about one person that you're talking to and talk to them about something you care about. and then just edit some of the parts that are not really valuable and post it as is. Okay, you can do a nice thumbnail, maybe a small hook, but see the feeling of doing this versus having the whole thing planned. To me, it's truly life-changing. It makes me feel so much more alive. It makes me feel seen, and it makes me feel aligned in what I'm doing, and I feel like I could do it for hours. So let me know in the comments which one you're choosing. Which mountain are you choosing? And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.